Sculpted and sort of tortured. Those booms are real scary when they're loud. Up in the background you can hear the announcer on the cruise ship. They're probably going to go right in close. Maybe they'll get trapped like Ernest Shackleton and I'll have to rescue them. Well, this is really, in some sense, the turning point in my trip. It's as far north as I'll be getting. And after this, I'll start heading back. Eventually getting to Ketchikan. So that's the culmination, I guess, of 6.5 weeks. Was it worth it? Well, I don't know. I'll have to think about that. You can hear the wake of the ship. Thanks, buddy. Here's a view looking back up the John Muir Inlet. We just came down. There's almost nothing growing here because probably the ice just left the land in the last, well, maybe 25 to 50 years. The end of the Ice Age, beginning of the New Age. One small step for mankind. Wait, no, wrong film. And you can see my crew up there. Oop, did you hear that? Cracking glacier. Hey Ben, what do you think of this?
I think it's fun, but those guys are going to bash right into a wall.
What do you think of this, Suzanne?
Pretty amazing. Very, very dramatic.
I'm the captain. I'm the big man around here. Yep.
It is pretty dramatic. In the guidebook it said, the John Hopkins Inlet, oh, listen. Johns Hopkins Inlet cannot be described. It has to be experienced. I kind of agree with that. I can't. Uh-oh. I hear sounds like the end of the world. This might put in perspective for you the size of the face of the iceberg and the glacier. Well, since this is the end of my trip, or anyways the turning point, the culmination of 1 year of planning, many thousands of dollars, many hours, a lot of cold and sweat, thought I'd put on my favorite marching music. Yes, folks, you too can go to Alaska. Get a wife, get her a law degree, put her to work. Take the money, and ship your boat up north, and you can do it. Or you can do it the easy way. Get on board the Fair Princess and cruise on up. Eagles, bears, dolphins, whales, salmon, crabs, we've seen it all, folks. Now we turn around and go home. Behind us is the unsung hero of our trip, little Avon dinghy, who we towed over 1,300 miles. With patches and leaks, it's followed us all the way. Floating in the ice, it too is looking forward to going back where it's warm and sunny, where there's cars and smog, but it's home. How am I going to get out of this ice field? Good Lord. Do I have to get through that? Well, I'll leave on John Philip Sousa, eat a tuna fish sandwich, fire up the Yanmar, and plow through the ice. Back to Blue Moss Cove, back to Bartlett Cove, back to Hoona, and who knows what else. Videos? Who knows what? You might ask why I did this? I don't know. But I did it. I wonder what I'll do next summer.
Wait, take a picture. Wait, stop. Don't take a picture of me in that direction. Take a picture of me in the other direction with all the icebergs.
This is Suzanne Shackleton. The ice pack has just broken up. She's got to get her people out of here. Can she do it? There we go. There's Suzanne with the glacier. Okay. Yes, Rose, I did this with your baby daughter. I cast her adrift in the ice to find her way back, but she'll be a better woman for it. And it's a lot cheaper than outward bound. Well, we're just leaving Glacier Bay, and we spotted this Mr. Sea Otter swimming out here in front of us. Suzanne, would you drive the boat to catch up to him? The sea otters, I think, are sort of endangered, although Native Americans are allowed to kill them if they use them for traditional purposes, but nobody evidently has decided what a traditional purpose is. Batteries, but here we are again. That's neat. Wish I had some Walt Disney music to play for you. Hi, fella. Where'd he go?
Look, watch out there further. We're in the...
Suzanne They're all excited because there's a dolphin swimming around here too. Where the hell did they go?
Hello, I'm Ben.
Suzanne, do you know where we're supposed to be going?
Up there.
Okay.
The water's
Well,
so smooth.
we're just on our way now out of Glacier Bay. We've got about another 7 miles to go. I wanted to take this picture because, as you can see, it's absolutely perfect conditions to be motoring in. The only waves you see are from our wake. The sea is a pretty color. We've got broken clouds and sky. It's about half an hour after we saw the sea otter. Right now we're riding the last of the flood out of Glacier Bay, and we hope to pick up, I'm sorry, the last of the ebb, and we hope to pick up the flood. It'll carry us down to Point Adolphus and then Hoona.
New and through. Oh,
There's my crew.
Kodak color print film. New and through.
Hey Ben, how you doing so far?
Good. I like Alaska. I wrote 10 pages in my journal. And
What's the best thing you've seen so far?
I don't know. They're all cool. And actually, I like the otter the best.
Yeah. How about you, Suzanne?
I thought the glaciers were cool.
How about you, Marilyn? Marilyn doesn't talk back. She just drives the boat.
Have to learn.
Here's Dad catching a salmon.
Hey, fight him, baby! Fight him!
Look
Oh!
at the tip.
Woo!
The tip.
Fight him, baby! Woo! Woo! He's out of the water.
Is he?
Doing a tail dance. No.
There's fighting it.
Maybe I'm just snagged on an old shoe.
Fighting it. Fighting it. The hunter finding food for his family.
Ah! Fight, you mother! Fight! Woo! Ha! This is a big sucker. Man! It's probably an old shoe.
It's probably the world's smallest little baby salmon ever.
Right next to a whole bunch of whales now off of Point Adolphus here. There's about 20 or 30 of them. You can hear them breathing. Yikes. Suzanne and Ben are up in the front just as excited as can be. Taking pictures of their tails flipping up in the air. Let's see, where the heck are these guys? Come on, focus, damn you. They're all around us. Moaning and groaning.
Dad, I swear they're bears.
What?
There are 2 bears in the water.
You're kidding! Oh my God. 2 grizzly bears swimming in the water. Oh my God. Whoa. Oh, have Ben sit down. Jesus.
Maybe they're sea lions.
Whoa. What are they, Suzanne?
They're seals.
Oh, they're not grizzly bears, they're seals, Suzanne said.
Or maybe they're bears.
Sorry for this mix-up, folk, because I'm driving the boat, listening to my squealing kids. I'm steering the boat between my legs, trying to keep from hitting things. I think I'll turn this off now. Whoa! 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 They breached. That's a circle breach, Suzanne. What a ball. Do you know what that was about, Suzanne? Just hear him out there. No thanks, Ben. There's a little, what must be a whale tour boat over there. Oh, I missed it.
It jumped all the way out of the pond. That was a perfect picture.
So you try and remember it, Ben.
Well, I can't with no damn film.
What a ball. Boy, they belch. He belched. Anyhow.
And it's okay if they hit us. We'll just
Wow, neat sounds. Okay, now watch. They may all come shooting up again.
Who's there to have to go? Who wants to be really stupid and take the thingy out?
Point Adolphus is a pretty good place. I'm hoping that they're going down to the bottom, forming a circle,
Get near the boat.
blowing a lot of bubbles. Whoa, sorry, fella. Hope Rose isn't mad that I took her babies near all these whales.
Dad, is Marilyn steering?
Well, we're just sort of drifting.
Where does the sun go? Stay near the tour boat. They train the whales to go near the tour boat.
They don't.
Yes, they do.
How much like picture there?
Well, can I hold it?
Wow, this sure is a thrill of a lifetime, isn't it?
Oh, I think they're trying to impress us. Show off, show off. That is so
Well, what do you say, kids?
I think it's cool, and I'm glad I went to Alaska.
I mean, you want to watch some more?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to turn off the video, okay?
We went away on not a belly shark.
What?
We went away on not a belly shark.
So what's the deal with the circle breach? Which incidentally I got a picture of.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay, they go down to the bottom, form a circle, blow a lot of bubbles. It forces the krill all in a circle. Ah.
Did you get it, Dan?
No, just the end of it.
Damn.
And then they come shooting up from under it with their mouths wide open. They've been just treated to a thrill of a lifetime as all 5 or 6 of them came straight up with their mouths open, catching herring.
Now they may do exactly that again, so be prepared. They may just go down another 50 feet and do that one more time and come right back up through.
Ooh.
There's a breacher right off to the right there. That indicates that they just may be doing that. The youngsters will be around the outside sort of celebrating that the parents are actually getting the food they need there too. So
Nice that we have the
certainly appear.
tour boat here with
Yeah,
this.
right over there.
Very well do that again just in a second here. I'd love to reposition it, but I dare not do that. I don't want to kick the bucket here when we're this close. So we're just letting them do what they need to do until I move.
Stay with Ben.
Bubble net to the left, to the 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock area. Here it goes.
Whoa. Are you with Ben?
Yeah.
What they're doing right now when they're up on their sides like that, pushing the water out by squishing on that gullet, contracting the gullet, pull that water out. Got your sea lions right over here in about the 11:30 position. There are a couple of sea lions. We've got krill down below us from about right underneath the surface area.
There is a lot of krill here.
Down to about 100 feet. It's very intimidating. Quite a bit of phase. Looks like it's got like a big
What, Ben?
Can I talk?
Yeah. Go ahead, dear.
No, there's nothing to say. I was just wondering if I could talk.
Oh, yeah, you can talk.
I'm going to shut the engines down so we can hear this.
I wish every single krill was right 3 feet away from our boat.
They've all gone down now, and they're going to make the bubble thing again.
Get ready. Get ready, Dad.
Yeah.
This is a Kodak moment, folks. And the big kahuna is getting ready.
Where will they come up?
No. Do
Then watch the surface of the water for all those bubbles.
tre. Quattro. Tranquil. Says.
Cinque.
Sete. Ocho. Nove. Dieci. Undici. Duodici.
Say
Tredici.
foreign film.
14.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry, Ben.
That's okay.
Well, I don't want to put you in danger.
Don't do that, Dad.
No?
Do that other
Look out
thing.
the other way?
16. Folks, we're beginning to think they aren't coming up. 16. 7.
Say dice.
18. 19. And
Whoa.
don't take it, Dad.
I'm going to look.
Big one. The big bubble. Get ready, Dad. Keep focusing.
Excuse me.
And no, that is not Suzanne's stomach. It is actually a whale.
I bet you there's one 20 feet behind us. 40 feet.
40 feet behind us. No, there isn't.
I mean, I don't see what you guys see such a big deal.
Shut up.
I mean, Richard of the Alaska, I catch salmon. I see bear, whales.
These are your first whales up this close.
You'll never know, kid.
What?
You'll never know.
Folks, is this the most amazing thing you ever saw? Or is it not?
It's a good thing we have Robin Leach along here.
I'm Robin Leach on Lifestyles of the Rich and Alaskan. Here we have some very beautiful humpback whales all the way from Alaska, and we are only about 200 feet away. Now keep your eyes on the whales, not me. Thank you, video cameraman.
That's all you're, Dad, a video cameraman.
There's a couple killer whales. Humpback, whatever.
They're down there. They're going to come up someplace.
Whale. Hello. Echo.
Quiet just now. I think this video might be pretty boring to everybody else. But us, huh?
This is really...
Look, I think you should take your whole trip video and you should edit it into a half-hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people suggested we do that with our family, that the family only ought to have 1.5 kids. Oop. So we were going to cut down 1.5 of you. We had trouble figuring out which ones. Sure make neat sounds, don't they?
Yes, they did. This is Robin Leach, signing off. Champagne wishes on caviar shrines.
Ben, what's a group of them called? A pod?
I don't know.
There's a bald eagle. Where is he?
So what? Keep your eye on the whales.
Come on, focus, focus, focus. Yeah, one bald eagle. 6 humpback whales, 20 humpback whales, 5 coho salmon, 4 Dungeness crabs. Ho hum.
Today, Dad caught 2 halibut with only one hand. No help at all.
Well, I only got 30 minutes of film left. I better stop. Today's July 10th. It's the last day that Suzanne and Ben will be with me. We're just heading up the Lynn Canal, and we're about 2 hours from Out Bay, which will be our last stop. Out Bay is just outside of Juneau. As we come up to the Point Retreat, tip top of Admiralty Island, you can see a nice glacier off in the distance. I don't know what one that is. The Maidenhaul Glacier is a great big glacier over near Juneau. Maybe we'll see that as we come clear. But I don't think this isn't it. Maidenhaul's real big. We've got a beautiful day today. Sort of mixed clouds and sunshine. Water's calm. We're looking up the Lynn Canal here. Skagway is about 15 miles away, down by those mountains, in the beginning of the Chilkoot Trail to the Klondike. As we come in towards Juneau, and we're about 10 miles away, you start seeing a lot of boats. Here's the view looking down the west side of the canal. So in a couple hours we'll be in the Oak Bay. I think Greg and Sharon will come tonight, and we're going to sleep 5 on the boat. That'll be a little tight, but we'll manage it. Wait a minute, say that again.
Today is Benjamin's 9th birthday!
Today Ben's 9 years old.
Sing to him. Happy birthday to you.
I think Ben has had the best time of any of us on this trip. He's just been flying as high as a kite the whole time.
This is Mr. Puddles. No.
Dad, to Mr. Puddles. Here he goes, Dad. Over to the edge. 1, 2.
I like Alaska
Maybe we'll
very
go
much
down into the cabin and see what Ben's been up to. He's been keeping a nice journal the whole time.
Beautiful. There's no kids that beat me up. And I'm with Dad and Savannah.
Even though he won't give me his rock.
My rock.
If you were a good brother, you'd give it to me.
Hi, I'm writing in my journal. I made 50 pages so far.
Wait a minute, Ben. I'll turn off the motor. Wait a minute. Okay, Ben, why don't you tell what you've been doing down in here?
Almost the whole trip I have been writing in my journal very hard and writing about everything about Alaska. Not everything, but almost everything. And
How many pages did you write so far?
15,
How many pages did Dad write in his journal?
2.5.
Yeah, I wrote 2.5.
Dad's journal is pathetic.
I wrote 2.5 pages in 7 weeks, and Ben wrote 15 in 5 days.
I would like to tell you that when Dad was in Alaska, he met a woman, and then by accident once he went to the bathroom and he went in the girls' bathroom, and he met the woman, and she said that wasn't a very good. What was it, Dad?
It wasn't a very good first attempt at navigation, because
Yeah.
I was in the ladies' room.
And I really, really, really like Alaska because there are the beautiful mountains, the humpbacks. You're just free. Nobody can punch you or kick you. There's no bullies. And the one thing I don't like is that the water's so cold. And I wish the water was like the Delta so we could go swimming in it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yesterday I caught a flounder
Yeah, you did.
by accident. I was fishing for herring, but by accident I caught a flounder. And it was dying, but we put it back in and it was alive again. I'm so sad now.
What a showman. Who does he take after?
Daniel.
You can stop videotaping me, Dad. You're racing the film.
Okay.
Hey, Suzanne. You're racing the film.
Okay, Ben. I'll erase it later.
Nothing like a good shower. Yeah. Nothing like a good shower. Stop being. Yeah.
Benjamin's gonna have the cleanest belly in the state. getting a clean belly button.
This is the view coming into Out Bay Marina. That's the Mendenhall Glacier out in the background there. On the map, it looks like an enormous glacier, big ice field. For about $150, you can get an airplane ride, fly over the top of it. Boats bobbing up and down, that's why this is moving. So we're going to go into that marina. I think it's a state-operated float. We expect Greg and Sharon to join us later today. Maybe we'll go out and have a happy birthday dinner for Benjamin. And then Suzanne's vacation is over and Ben goes back home. And we proceed on south at kind of a leisurely pace. Anyhow, that's Out Bay. It's just north of Juneau. I guess it's sort of the major suburb. It's about 3 miles from the airport. I'm assuming Suzanne will be able to take a taxi there. And we'll find a laundromat and showers and all the rest. Pretty busy place. Big deal. It's a glacier. Well, I'm in Out Bay now, and I'm taking this picture because I just want to show you the scale of some boats that we've seen along the way. Here's a picture of Dancer you've seen many times. You see that white object next to it? This is the biggest sailing yacht that I've ever seen in my life. It's 144 feet long. It's got a professional crew of 8. The masts are 190 feet high. Dancer's mast just comes up above the first spreader of the mizzen mast. We haven't been inside. We've talked to the crew of 8 from time to time. They tell us it's owned by a European gentleman who's no one famous. The boat's name is Cyclops. Well, Greg and Sharon have now joined me for the trip. Suzanne and Ben have left. We hope to leave this morning and head south for Taku Harbor. The weather's not very good. It's raining and south winds are predicted, so we'll see how that... Well, today is July 13th. Well, today is July 4th, and Greg and Sharon and I are heading up Tracy Arm. Yesterday it rained all day, rained all night. Today it's pretty gray and cold, but the rain is just a light mist. This is some of the most spectacular scenery we've seen along the trip. Tracy Arm is a glacial canyon, a fjord, where much of the walls are almost vertical, going up to well over 3,000 feet. Some of the peaks around are 4,000 and 5,000 feet. And we're heading down the inlet. We hope to see the Sawyer and Dawes Glacier down at the end. From time to time we see some substantial blue icebergs floating by, although it's real easy to avoid the ice. There's no real ice pack at this point. Maybe it'll get thicker as we go up. The air temperature is pretty cold. We've put on every stitch of clothes we can. You can see the real low cloud cover. Clouds are down around maybe 1,500 feet, so we really can't see any of the peaks. Yesterday, coming into a little anchorage nearby, we saw our first orc of the trip. We hung around for a couple of minutes. I guess this video really can't do much justice to what we're seeing. The field of view's not big enough, and probably just looks like a lot of rock. But it's basically a Yosemite-like canyon, but more spectacular because it's narrow. There's a waterfall about every minute. Some of them real big, some of them not so big. You see the cascade sort of plunging down. Greg and Sharon have had some pretty lousy weather. It's been raining since they got on board. And we had some high headwinds too that didn't sort of help matters. We'll just keep on plugging. All part of the Alaskan experience, I guess. Rain, rain, cold, clouds. It's beautiful scenery. One of our goals is to catch a halibut. Sharon's all set to catch it, clean it, and cook it. So I bought a little gaff and let's see if we can do it today. Maybe back at the harbor. Here's a real classic glacier valley that we're passing. Almost a perfect view. You always see pictures of these things for what it's described how some of the valleys around Yosemite were formed. Just up ahead you can see off to the right there's another little valley, or big valley. The air is cleared now in the last 15 minutes or so. Clouds have risen a little bit and their visibility is a lot better. Well, if the icebergs stay of this big variety with spaces in between, we'll be able to get real close to the face of the glacier. But I suspect things will get thick down by the edge. Well, we're now down at the end of Tracy Arm. This is the North Sawyer Glacier coming in. There's this intense blue ice cave over on the left-hand side. I've come in probably a little closer than I should. We've got ice all around us, and we just went through a bit of an ice chunk that made a big crunch. This seems
when the 24-foot wave is going to hit us?
This seems about as close as it's prudent or imprudent to get. There's more ice down there on the surface that I could probably try and shove my way through, but with a balsa wood boat it's probably not worth the risk. I don't know how close we are. How close do you think we are? Half a mile?
Yeah.
I'd say about that. Not much more. There's this rotating pattern over here also. It's nice.
I hope the pretty blue of this glacier comes out on the video film.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the seal. The seal just put his nose up right in front of us here.
Oh, yeah. Little sea lion on patrol. Well, we've just shut down the motor and we're drifting here in the ice flow a la Ernest Shackleton. And in a little while we'll turn out and go visit South Sawyer Glacier, where there's a big cruise ship sitting right now. There's the walls of the canyon. Let's go up and see how high up they go. Way, way, way up. Well, this is the other branch of the Sawyer Glacier. This is supposed to be the more active of the two. And it was fairly easy to get into where we are, but then the ice kind of packs up from here on in. So we'll just stop at this point and drift around. There's a picture of Greg taking a picture, Dick taking a picture of Greg. It's a nice little waterfall over there.
Oh, big noise. So if we just stare at that face for... Oh, there's a seal right out in front of us.
Yep.
Today's the 15th of July, and we're leaving the little harbor at the beginning of Tracy Arm. We left at about 6:45, and we're going to go down Stevens Passage for about 25 or 30 miles, and probably tie up near Entrance Island and Hobart Bay. The barometric pressure has been high for the last 36 hours, so we're expecting better weather. Visibility is much improved, and we can see now finally the tops of some of the mountains that line the edges. quite pretty. And they look bright on the top, so probably the cloud cover that's over us is rather low, and the sun is shining and the skies are blue up at the top of the mountain. I think that's sort of your typical Alaskan scenery. That's what you come to see. High mountains with snow, the ocean right nearby. Greg's down below preparing breakfast and Sharon's in bed. Has a bit of a headache. There's a light rain, sort of a mist that comes on and off. But all in all, pretty good. Sea conditions are very nice for motoring. That's why we left early. We thought there wasn't much point in getting stuffing kicked out of us. Well, that's all for the morning of July 15th. Well, it's later on July 15th. We got to anchor at about 2 o'clock in a nice sheltered cove. But it's been raining and misting all day. Greg and Sharon went to shore to do some exploring of what seems to be a little ghost town. And Greg can be seen here rowing back to the boat. Or maybe it's Sharon rowing back to the boat. I don't know. I just stayed on board and looked at the charts and made some planning for the rest of this week and part of the cruise for the coming week, which will be the last week of the trip. Looking around here, looking around here, I don't know if you can tell, it's a very calm place, very misty, foggy. There's crab pots all around us here. We were hoping the crabber would come in and we'd get some crabs. This sort of misty, wet weather is going along with a very high barometer. So maybe fair weather around here just means no big winds, but it still rains. Kind of hard for me to get energy to do much when it's this wet out. Maybe I'll go out in the outboard motor later on and see what's what, or we'll try a little fishing. Now maybe we can see who's rowing who over here. Sharon rowing Greg. I'm just going to video this, so you just go around about your work there, Sharon. Yeah. We're just taking a picture here of a really nice size sole that Sharon hooked on a little herring rig with some mussel guts on there.
Dinner.
And Greg's hard at work, getting ready to get another one.
Being providers.
Greg, you want to look at the camera and say what you think of Alaska weather?
No.
How about you, Sharon? Wet.
I think it's wonderful for the complexion.
Uh-huh.
Could be worse, could be raining.
Uh-huh. I wonder if Alaskans have less skin cancer.
Mm-hmm. I bet they do. New Mexicans have more, so Alaskans have less.
Today's July 16th, and we're on our way to Thomas Bay, about 15 miles away from Petersburg. They started out real foggy, but about an hour ago the fog lifted. We're beginning to get some patches of blue with really very beautiful puffy cumulus clouds on the horizon over the mountaintops. As you can see, the sea is real calm, nice motoring weather, not very good for sailing. We've got about 2.5 hours to go until we get to the bay. And if the weather holds like this, we'll probably slow down and do some fishing just before we get there. We're just taking this opportunity to hang clothes out over the side and get things dried up a little bit. That's an example of what Nancy's laundry looks like. We've got some foul weather gears on the cabin top and washcloths and towels have been wet for about 4 or 5 days. So if we get some dry weather for a few hours, we'll make the best use of it as we can. I just took off the sun awning for the first time. And maybe we'll even put on sunscreen. That's the ship's figurehead. Sailing vessels always have a woman plastered on the bow, so this is a modern version. Today's July 27th. We've just left Thomas Bay on our way to Petersburg. We're passing a little iceberg that must have broken off from the LeConte Glacier, which is about 15 miles away from here. In a sense, this is the kind of a completion point for me, because Thomas Bay, or a little past Thomas Bay, were places that I've already visited on this trip. So I've circumnavigated Admiralty Island essentially by way of Chatham Straits and the, what was it, I guess the Lynn Canal or something like that, or Johnstone Straits, and anyway, back to here. So it's kind of nice to begin to see some familiar terrain and know that I've done this before. Those islands off in the distance are a pair of islands, I think they're called the Sukhoi Islands, that you pass on the way to Petersburg. Petersburg is about 2 hours from here, about 10 miles, and those are at the halfway point. You can see from the sky and clouds that we're very lucky with the weather today. It's sunny with white puffy clouds. This morning, Greg pulled me up to the masthead where I tried to fix the electric wind vane, but it seems that the connector has a wiring malfunction in it. I'll have to wait till California to fix it. So there's Captain Greg there. We've been discussing great sea voyages and Captain Bligh and Shackleton. Having a good time with all that. Yesterday I hooked a flounder, my first flounder. It was about a perfect size, about 20 pounds, and I had him almost to the boat and the fishing line broke. That was a real big disappointment. So maybe I'll buy another halibut lure or two and some new fish line and try again further on down. So next stop, Petersburg. Greg and Sharon will be leaving tomorrow, and Tom and Dick will come aboard. So goes the voyage of Dancer. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Today's July 18th, and I'm on a tour boat for 4 hours going over to the LeConte Glacier. I just dozed off, and when I closed my eyes, we're in a field with great big icebergs. This iceberg is about 1.5 times the size of our house. I don't have the telephoto on. It's just real big. We'll go around the other side and you'll see the blue side of it.
This is salt water.
The weather has warmed up today. Tom Peterson came on board yesterday, and 4 of us, Tom, Greg, and Sharon, slept on board. They're off enjoying Petersburg, and I'm out looking at glaciers again. Trying to figure out why glacier ice is blue. The motor here is the motor on the jet boat. There's a place where the sunlight is kind of shining through the edge of the glacier. This sucker would just focus. Here we go.
You've seen them break off.
Wow, we're really coming up close here. There we go. Here. We're just going along the face of this berg. I guess it was 150 feet long. More burgers here. Bergy bits.
Bergy bits.
through right down at the bottom there.
See, now this is rolled over. You can see the old water line on that. Now it's bluer on the new part. You can see how much of that was floating and how much was underwater by looking at the old water line. And the birdie basket.
Looks like a snow sculptor guy came out and was at work out here. Here's another big great big glacier. I mean, great big iceberg. Just surrounded with them here as we enter the inlet. I'm just
That little
noticing.
piece just come up out of nowhere.
I'm just noticing that the deepest blue seems to be in the corners where there's no reflected light. There's only
Look
just
at the rain coming off that.
transmitted light. So my guess is that reflection doesn't have much to do with why it's blue.
Pretty good. This ball right here sure is blue.
Probably on the video you can't get any sense of what the size of this is, but my head's turned at an angle now, and I'm panning across. And I've just gone through about 140 degrees. So this is about, I'd say, 150 feet long. The airplane just flew over it. This is a real monster.
That's the trunk cover.
Hope I don't run out of film on this trip. Tape, I should say. We only have about 2 minutes left. I better turn it off.
There's supposed to be any mountain people up there. No mountain people? No mountain goats? There's supposed to be an old cabin over here and one on the outside, and I've snooped around a little bit and haven't found them yet.
Uninhabited, I guess.
Yeah, just the remains of something
Is that
by now.
the name of the inlet where we were going up was the LeConte Inlet?
Mm-hmm. LeConte Bay. And this is called Wilson Creek.
It's
Wilson.
so peaceful here.
Well, look where we are. We've just gone right into the pack ice, so it's totally around us. We're maybe 1 mile from the face of the glacier, and it's just packed ice from here on. Sure was glad it wasn't my boat coming in here. There's a couple of seal pups down there. We saw a bunch as we came in, and they went slithering off the ice into the water. I'm going to run out of tape in about 20 seconds, so that's the last look of the ice field. It's a little like my hometown.
What?
No, Buffalo, New York.
This is?
Yeah,
I'll
well,
have to go there
yeah,
sometime.
Buffalo in the winter.
Yeah, you from Buffalo?
Yeah.
Anyway?
Yeah,
Well, then you know what ice is.
yeah, right. Don't I, though?
Are these seals back here all year round? I mean, we're still a mile from that.
Yeah,
Hey.
the face of that glacier is about 3/4 of a mile across. It's a little shy of 3/4 of a mile.
And how, the top you said was 1,500 feet? Or-
Yeah, the horizon
Yeah.
of the glacier.
It extends inland how far, you know?
11 miles.
11 miles?
Uh-huh.
Whee!
Yeah, comes there. Heard it.
Something's happening somewhere. That sounded like an iceberg moving.
Oh, maybe.
It's an incredible view.
Fabulous. Blue mountains. I think right here is pretty when we put the sun
How
on.
did that pig be up there? I think that distance back here is 5,200 feet.
Good Lord.
That's the one. There might be one just beyond it.
Are these the two peaks we see from out at Petersburg?
No.
Okay, look.
Ah!
So that's a 6-week-old, you think?
Yeah. They start pupping in, they're really not pupping hardly at all until the 1st of June, and then they start pupping like crazy. And this is only the middle of July. So I doubt that pup is much over 6 weeks, if that. And that's not a very big seal.
Wait on, they're all over now.
Huh?
They're laying around all over
Yeah.
now.